and we are already on Module 7, Time Management and Lesson Transitions. So in this video, we are going to be talking all about time management and lesson transitions, if you haven't guessed. Okay, managing the time efficiently throughout the day is extremely important, and make sure that you know that if you're in middle school and high school, the bell schedules. It's pretty obvious, so hopefully you can figure that one out on your own. You can go to the school's website. Most of the times they have that on there, and you can print that off for yourself. The teachers will have that in the lesson plans as well. Hopefully the school will have it provided for you. In elementary school, they don't do bells. At least in the districts that I've been in, they don't do bells. And it's one of the reasons why I'm not really a fan of elementary school, because I always feel like, I'm like, what time is it? Okay, get your bath, but what time is it? We gotta go to, what time is it? So it's all in what you enjoy. But the teachers in elementary school that I have subbed for were super nice, and they even had PowerPoints up, and within that PowerPoint, they had a timer going. And so they were like, just look at the timer so you know, hey, like 5 more minutes of math. And then they have a water break. I'm like, so nice. But that just depends on the teacher and how organized they are. And a lot of the times, elementary school teachers will have a board where they have their entire schedule on the board so that the students have a visual as well, not just for them or for you. If you need to set a timer, that would be really probably what I would do. Hopefully not like a super loud timer where it would scare the crap out of you and the students, but you can set your phone timer. So if you have 28 minutes for math and then you have to transition and then they do reading class, then you can do like 25 minutes of reading and a few minutes to transition, and then you're able to go into math, reading, whatever I just said. You get the point. And also with time management, middle school and high schools, and again, this is something that is dependent on the district as well, but a lot of them have bells, like 10-minute warning bell or a 5-minute bell, which is so helpful. For where I subbed at, they had it like more in the tech ed area or like music, because I guess it would just obviously very loud there. So like once the teachers heard that, they're, oh, okay, I have 10 minutes left. Because a lot of the times, even the teachers or you, if you're teaching, if you're a music major or a tech ed major or whatever, and you're in the groove, you're in the groove. You don't even like realize what time it is until the bell rings. You're like, oh crap. So it's good to know that too. Okay, so to keep the students on track, again, I said this one earlier, but you can set a timer. So say you do have 30 minutes of ELA, and you can set a timer for 25 minutes where you and the students do their work. So you present what they're doing for the day or help them, whatever, and then they do their silent reading or assignment individual at their seats. You can set a timer so that way you know what is going on, and then you know that it's time to switch. So then after ELA, they go to lunch or they go to recess, whatever it is. Usually they go to a special before recess, but every school's different. And also, just to keep the students on track and just doing what they're supposed to be doing, you can have them do certain things when they finish. So you could say to them, after you finish this worksheet, turn it over, or I'll give you this construction paper and draw me what you're doing this weekend, or draw me your favorite thing to do in the fall, something along those lines. Or you can put your pencil down or raise your hand or stand up, I don't know, something to keep them like doing something, but also it shows you that they are done with their work and hopefully that they did their work. This would be more elementary school than high school and middle school. In middle and high school, to keep them on track, I would just say something like, I will be walking around the room monitoring, and then wherever I am in the room, if you finish, show me your work, and then you can get to your phones, or you can work on other homework, read a book, whatever you need to do for another class. Moving on to class transitions. So this one is another elementary school one. And transitions are tricky, especially for a substitute teacher. A lot of the times you just don't know. And even when I was learning how to do transitions, I felt like I struggled with this a lot. But the reasons you do transitions is that they know what to expect next. Now, they should know based on their schedule what is coming next and then what time it is when they look at the clock. But if you say something like, okay, let's put our math books away and let's get out our reading assignment, and they don't hear you if they're talking, or they were working too hard and were so focused that they just didn't hear you. I don't know. You can do things as a substitute teacher, and I'm talking really day-to-day substitute teacher, and you can change this up. If they have a routine, I think that the regular teacher would let you know, this is what we do. That way it's the same routine and you don't have to hear, but my teacher does this all the time. You can have them, so if they're doing their morning work before they do their whatever chapter book they're reading for reading class, you can say, after you finish your morning work, I would like you to sit on the rug silently, crisscross, applesauce style. And then they do that. You know that they're done with their work. And then that gets them like away from the morning work, and it transitions their brain into getting into reading class, if that makes sense. And then if you have time, so maybe it is time for specials for lunch, and you have like 5 minutes, usually it is like 5-8 minutes that you do get them ready for that next step. And say they're at the rug, you can do a little game with them saying like, if you have purple on, you may line up. And then they all go line up. If you have green on, you can line up. Or you can say something like, if you have curly hair, you can go line up. If you have brown hair and blonde hair, you may line up. And then you can do it all the way till they're obviously all lined up. I really hope that this time management and lesson transitions really help you. It's really important to obviously know the times that you are doing everything, and it sounds obvious that you would know what to do, or you would know what time that you're doing all of this. So again, you can always, for middle school and high school, you can get the bell schedule off of the website. Hopefully, it is in my district. You can get it at the office, the front desk. The lesson plans may have it, so you would know. I always liked to write it down myself if I didn't have a specific sheet. And I also typed up, because I worked with high schoolers, I typed up like a class, like a while you were out thing for the teacher, and then I would put period 1 and what time period 1 was. So I already had it there. So when I was going through period 1, I would write all of my notes there, and I just happened to know the times. Elementary school teachers would have that on the board for you. Usually, it's a visual for the students to even know what they're doing, because those kids really are starting to learn time management themselves and getting into routines. So I will see you in Module 8, Lesson Plan, Adaptability and Flexibility.